Alright, I should be live now. I should be live now. I should be live now. Am I not live? Hello? Hello? I'm so weirded out. It's not showing up here in the thing. It's not showing up. I'm kind of concerned. Hold on. I'm checking my stream. I'm checking my stream. I'm checking my stream. I'm checking my stream. I'm gonna refresh this page. Why does it say? There we go. Hello. I don't know how far behind the stream is. I really don't know. I'm sorry about the text box though. What you guys can see is the settings for this. Okay, I don't have a proper title for this. I don't really have a proper title. That's... There we go. Okay. It's not really comprehending. But, okay, sorry. I had to check my stream. I had to be sure that I'm live. Okay, this is my first ever live stream, so thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for being here. This is amazing how I actually I'm actually streaming now. I feel like streaming this one because, you know, for reasons. And my cat is on the stream. Say hi, Dana. Can you say hi? Can you say hi? You guys can see her, right? Hold on, just a stickity second. No, you guys can't see her. Now you can. Now you can. Say hi. Say hi, Dana. Say hi. She's so adorable. Alright. Sorry, I'm wasting so much time with this stream already as it is. But, welcome to the stream, guys. Hi, hello, how's it going? You guys going good? Don't have anybody here at the moment. But now is perfect time. Everything is okay. Everything is just honky-dory. And, you know, we should all be good. So, yeah. I don't know how long this is going to be going on for. I think it works just fine, but all you guys can see is the game at the moment. But, yeah, okay. So, anyway, we're going to play some Doki Doki New Eyes. I haven't had a proper title yet, so I just put Doki Doki New Eyes, and I just put in a random thumbnail for now until I actually get the video started. So, a 4 hours ago, I uploaded Doki Doki New Eyes Part 2, because I combined the two. I had to do 4 separate recordings, and it's so hard. It was so hard to do that. It was really hard to do that, to put 4 recordings in one. So, I'm just going to do a live, now I'm just going to do a live stream, maybe for 2 hours on this game. So, it's gonna kill my voice, but I have a mini fridge out here, so I'm gonna go ahead and lock everything up until then. But anyway, let's get started on playing Doki Doki New Eyes. We're in Part 3. I don't recall reading my book while I was out there, or did I? I can't remember much. I guess I should think about sleeping in my bed someday. I'd probably sleep a little better. I open my book again and I start eagerly reading the passage I had to stop at before leaving the room. The club door opens. Sayori enters, in her arms a cardboard box. Oh, so that's where she went. She was probably looking for supplies. Or the festival, maybe. Monica immediately greets her. They talk for a little while and Sayori chuckles a few times. She hands Monica the cardboard box. As she does so, I notice how she tries to keep her arm bent. Does it hurt? Or maybe she's just trying to hide it as much as possible. I notice her glancing at Jake. I do the same. It looks like he's done talking to Natsuki. She has a satisfied look on her face as she watches Jake put the book in his bag. She probably lent him another manga. Before Sayori gets the chance to sit down, Monica coughs and raises her voice to get her attention. I close my book and I put it back in my bag. Okay, everyone! Are you ready to share poems? I shiver as soon as I hear her last sentence. I'm going to have to share the poem I wrote this morning. What if someone really understands what I meant in it? Hold on, I'm turning my phone on for just a second so I can actually read chat. Two viewers. Hold on, I'm actually going to just gonna refresh the page on my on this account. Okay, that's weird. It should say that I have I think it should be good. I don't know. I just can't be able to read the chat room. I don't know. Okay. It's really hard to read chat because I don't know how to. Apparently I don't know how to read my own chat. So I'm gonna have to go. No. I've been looking down too much. Guys. Don't worry. How am I able to... What? This doesn't make any sense. Whatever, I'm just gonna keep my phone right over here. I'm just gonna continue. What if someone really understands what I meant in it? Monica would be able to understand the meaning behind it. What would she think? And what if Natsuki understands? She'll definitely judge my little hobby. That's how she is about these things. I grabbed the poem I wrote in my bag and I laid it on the table. Without even looking at him, I know where Jake's headed. Natsuki's already expectantly looking at him, waiting to share her poem. Sayori is once again next to them, listening while pretending she's not there. I kind of understand why she'd want to stay near Jake. Yuri! Huh? I turned my head left. Monica sitting next to me, staring at me with a funny expression. Hold on just a second. What's going on down here? Hey. Stop it. Alright, anyway. I've been calling you a few times, but you haven't answered. Too busy looking at the little lovebirds? I quickly look at Monica. Lovebirds? I'm just kidding, Yuri. Don't worry. I'm totally not here to vengeously kill you. I'm here for Sayori. I mean, nice weather we're having. These two sure are growing close, don't you think? I nervously tap the table with my index finger. Indeed. You don't sound too convinced, though. Did you finally make up with Natsuki yesterday? Of course we did. She almost stayed at my house, too. Oh, really? That's great. Actually, she couldn't stay. It's
complicated, but she was most likely grounded by her father. He called her while she was at my place. Monika's expression suddenly darkens. Oh, you mean her father wasn't aware that she was at your place, Yuri? Exactly. She said she'd call him a little later. You should avoid doing that. It's not my business, but just avoid it. I'm not sure I completely understand what Monika's saying. Yuri, I can read your thoughts, dumbass. So you think you're the smart one here, but no, I am the smart one. So stop talking about me behind my back, you bitch. Her expression clearly shows that she's worried about something, though. Yes, of course. I don't think she'd like to come back to my place anyway. We haven't really talked much this morning. She shrugs. Don't bother. There may be circumstances that the situation a little delicate for her. If that makes any sense. Just make sure you support her. With everything. She chuckles a little, including how close she's getting to our new member. My heart sinks as soon as I hear her mention this. Of course I'll support her. It probably means I won't be able to get closer to him, but if it means Natsuki could be happy, and most importantly, if it means I can still be friends with her, it's a small price to pay.
Ooh. I don't mean to string this late at night. I don't know how many people are going to be joining.
I promise I'll take care of Natsuki. Good! Not that I doubt that I had doubts in the first place, though. You're always so responsible, Yuri. I'm not too sure about that, if that's true. Maybe you don't see it, but I do. You're always down to earth, calm, and thoughtful. She looks behind her. It looks like Natsuki's raising her voice. She suddenly darts out of the room, clutching her stomach. Seems like something happened. I'll share my problem with you a little later, Yuri. She goes toward Jake, probably to ask him what went wrong with Natsuki. I can't help but look at the exit. Judging by the way she was clutching her stomach, she was headed to the bathroom. I get up from my seat. Everyone's busy with the current situation, so they won't notice me leaving the room. I can't leave Natsuki alone like that. I swore I'd support her.
The beautiful music. The beautiful music. The beautiful music. Hold on. Whatever. Anyway, before I even get to the bathroom, I hear Natsuki coughing. It sounds like she really doesn't feel good. I enter the bathroom, knocking at the door. Natsuki, it feels weird. Just yesterday, Natsuki was the one entering this room looking for me. This is how I pay her back. What's gonna happen? I hear some more coughing from one of the stalls. The door is locked. I knock on it a few times. Natsuki, are you alright? Leave me alone, Yuri. Those words hurt me more than they should have. Natsuki would never talk to me like this. Moreover, in such a context. I can understand that something went wrong, Natsuki. You were there for me yesterday, right? I nervously laugh. And you're supposed to be my role model too, remember? Natsuki doesn't laugh. I hear her sigh in one of the stalls. I don't think I should be a role model anymore. What? Why? How? Why would Natsuki say something like that? No. Is it because of Jake? Did he do something wrong? Or is it my fault? I'm sorry. Was I too clingy? Annoying? Stop it, Yuri. Let's just talk later, alright? As of now... God, I hate going back to doing this, but I have no choice. As of now, I don't feel too... Her sentence is interrupted by her sudden coughing. She really doesn't sound good. But what am I supposed to do in this situation? Oh no. Here's where I would like, if I had more people in chat and if I had more members, then I would actually be like, what should I do, chat? But I can't right now, which is the sad part, which I can't do. Which is the sad part. I don't know. Apparently, it looks like my stream's out of place, but show her I'm here for her. Try to understand the problem. I want to help the best way I can. That's the best way I can do it. So
I don't care if Natsuki doesn't want to be my role model anymore. Even if it was merely a joke, I'll be her role model. It doesn't matter what she's feeling. I'm supposed to be a friend, right? I sat on the other side of the stall, resting my head on the door. Natsuki, I can't even remember how long ago we met. What I can remember, though, is that you've always been there for me. So let me be there for you. I know I'm not really the best type of person there is. I'm always spacing out and I'm always doing everything wrong. But every time something goes wrong, you're always there for me. So, please, don't just forget about me. No matter the circumstances, even if it's about Jake, I'll sit with you. I think I can hear Natsuki sobbing behind the door. What is she feeling? She was so cheerful earlier.
What makes you think I forget about you? I never said that I would. But you can't understand. You can't. I can't tell you. Let's just forget it, okay? I'll be back later. Let's wait for me in the club room.
She's slowly breathing. If only I could do more. Alright. Hang in there, Natsuki. And I get up and head out of the bathroom. I close the door behind me. Natsuki isn't coughing anymore. It seems like she's feeling a little bit better. I sigh with relief. At least she wasn't sick or something. She's just feeling a little tired. That must be it. I enter the club room.
Okay, let's go back to this save and try to understand the problem.
If I want to help her, I need to understand what the root cause of her problem is. She clearly started feeling bad after talking to Jake, but she's been distant this morning too. So it could either be about yesterday evening or about Jake. I take a deep breath. I'm sorry. I know you hate when I do this, but is it because of me yesterday? Truth is, I've noticed you're distant. So tell me, if anything's wrong, just tell me. What am I supposed to live with knowing I hurt my best friend?
Why do you always believe things are your fault, Yuri?
I sense a bit of anger in her voice. Did I say something wrong?
Stop assuming these things. If I tell you so everything's fine, then stop trying to find something wrong.
My stomach hurts. Of course I shouldn't have done that. I should have just told her I'd be there for her. I'm stupid. I'm sorry, Natsuki.
Sorry for being so mean.
Her voice is all soft now.
It's just... Listen, I'll explain later. Just don't worry, Yuri. Go back to the club room. If they ask you where I am, just tell them that, I got my lady things.
I burst out laughing at the same time as Natsuki. Alright then. I walk out of the bathroom, still smiling at Natsuki's unexpected joke.
Ooh, my voice is gonna kill me.
I close the door behind me. Natsuki isn't coughing anymore. It seems like she's feeling a little bit better. I sigh with relief. At least she wasn't sick or something. She's just feeling a little tired. That must be it. I enter the club room.
Okay, this is the same thing. Okay, now everything should probably be the same.
Monika's still talking to Jake, but she has a poem in her hand. I glance at it. The writing suggests it's Jake's. Since I sit on the table, I see the club door open. Natsuki quietly enters looking a little bit better than she was when she left. Her hair is wet. She probably washed her face. Still, I don't really know what caused her so much trouble. She waits a little behind Monika before suddenly joining the conversation. She grabs the poem from Monika's hands. She didn't want her to read it. Now that makes me even more curious.
Wait, he didn't do this in the original game.
I guess I have the occasion to see what it's about in a moment. At some point, Sayori jerks up her head up. It looks like she wants to be a part of the discussion, but she refrains from doing so. I remember what Monika told me. She's probably not too confident, so I won't force her. If I talk to her, she'll probably take it as some kind of pressure. Everything is so conflicted in my head. Monica turns around and leaves the little group to sit next to me once again. She sighs.
Have you noticed something different about Natsuki lately?
Is she talking to me? I was focused on Jake. He's eagerly reading her poem. Looks like he's really enjoying it.
So sorry. I didn't mean to do it to you, Yuri. Let's just reset the game.
Yes. Well, Natsuki's always been a little like that.
Like what? What do you mean?
Whenever something's on her mind, her behavior changes a little. Though I don't recall seeing her as troubled as she is today, honestly. It's a little strange.
That's right. Just now we were talking about her poem with Jake. As soon as she came back, she took it from me, and she wouldn't give it back.
She didn't want to give it back? How odd. She usually acts slightly different in this case, but she never acted this differently.
Indeed, I tried to convince her to give it back, but she liked the poem too much.
Hold on, I'm checking something. Actually, let me just check this. I think I might have recorded a little too late on this because like stuff has been stopped behind, but oh well.
In fact, I suspect that this poem was written specifically for her.
Wait, as in Jake wrote it for her?
Exactly. We've talked about it, but he seemed really uneasy. It wouldn't surprise me if he were trying to impress her. Natsuki's reaction was probably linked to it too. I think our little baker is in love.
I heard sings once more. In love? Love must be such a wonderful thing, but doesn't it really have to change people? Is what Natsuki's feeling even love? It's too hard to understand. I just can't understand love. Don't be ridiculous, Monica. They've only known each other for a few days.
Don't you think love can happen really quickly? A few days is more than enough to like someone. I think you know that, considering...
Considering what? Indeed, I've been wanting to grow closer to Jake, but... Does that mean...
Well, yesterday you had quite a big fight with Natsuki, and you turned to Jake when you needed help, if I recall correctly. Aren't you feeling a little something too?
No. Well, no, of course not. I think I'm blushing. No, a few days definitely is enough to like someone. Definitely. And after all, since he and Natsuki look so good together, I'd have no right to feel this way.
Do you think people aren't allowed to feel? You're free to feel whatever you want, Yuri. You just have to be careful not to let it change you. Just like what Natsuki's doing right now.
Oh, I understand. I'm Natsuki's friend, so it's my duty to help her.
Exactly. Anyway, what are you doing here? Aren't we supposed to be sharing poems?
Oh, right, poems. This talk was so interesting, I actually forgot the initial purpose of our discussion. I take the poem I left on the table and I hand it to Monica. I wrote something a little more elaborate than yesterday. Feel free to give me your feedback.
Recommended photo from Twitter. I think I'll read that later. I don't know if that shows up on screen or not, but oh well. Oh my god, my voice is gonna die. I'm gonna die. Okay.
She takes the poem into her hands and reads it. I felt like an eternity before she finished it. She stops looking at the poem and stares at me.
You're right. This is kind of different compared to yesterday's. It's really troubling. This time I can't seem to find the correct meaning behind it unless it's something really dark.
I open my mouth to talk, but I can't find anything to say. I stand there for a few seconds trying to come up with a little cohesive response. It's just, well, I can see it in my head, but it'd be too hard to put it into words. Did you at least enjoy the poem?
Oh yes, of course, Yuri. You really have a certain talent with words, Yuri. Your poems are mesmerizing, Yuri. As soon as I started reading it, I couldn't stop. You have a fascinating method of writing, Yuri.
Well, thank you, Monica, and also can you please stop saying Yuri after every end of your sentence, you bitch. I mean, great friend, who was also a bitch. I mean, god damn it.
Oh god. I don't even know how long we are into this stream right now. It's not even that long. It's been like almost half an hour and my voice is already starting to give up.
I spent a long time establishing my writing style, so hearing that from you is really heartwarming. Keep up the good work. She reaches into her bag to grab her poem, but she quickly notices that Jake is done chatting with Natsuki.
Oh, I think he's gonna show you his poem. I think I'll be right back after that to go enjoy your time with him.
Indeed, Jake's walking toward me. I clutch my poem a little more as he approaches. There's no reason to be so nervous. I end up staring him into the eyes again. Let's see what you've written for today. He flashes me with a bright smile and hands me his poem. I smile back. As, my stomach, it feels weird. Monica, what are you doing? Putting such thoughts into my head. I look at the poem.
Nightgown, parfait, playground, poof, pout, puppy, swimsuit, shopping, skipping, socks, spinning, sticky, strawberry, sugar, summer, twirl, waterfall, valentine, and vanilla. Wow! What a great poem! What a great poem you have there! You idiot, piece of crap. I want to murder you for just putting down Natsuki words and not Yuri words. That would make me so mad, and I want Yuri to go her, you stupid freaking yandere, so she can attack me later on. Anyway, I like your poem. Once again, the structure feels a little off. However, the style is clearly a little different. It's a bit better. The words blend in with each other, and the idea he wants to convey is clear. Obviously, he had an image in mind while writing it. I'm surprised he didn't write another picture. Monica's right. This is directed at Natsuki. This is pretty good, Jake. Were you influenced by seeing everyone's writing styles yesterday? Guess you can say that.
I have no doubts anymore. He was definitely influenced by Natsuki. I can see the same type of syntaxes she uses in his poem, simplicity and efficiency. I was also a bit surprised by how differently everyone else writes. So I respect you for trying new things. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Just like I did this morning, I think writing needs to be spontaneous. Rescheduling poem writing isn't right. This is why I don't like preparing poems for such activities.
Ooh, Jesus.
I love to see how complex Jake's poems can get. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings and write down the things that you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. He's really smiling at me, but I think I lost Jake when I tried to explain he can wander through his feelings. I don't mind though, he's particularly cute like that. What the hell am I thinking about? You whore, Yuri, you whore. Just what am I thinking?
I see. That's certainly an interesting technique. Thanks for sharing.
I should hold up my poem. Now's the moment to see what he'll think of it. That's not that weird, is it? I have, an example of that if you'd like to read it.
Of course. Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri. Best girl. I'm secretly going with Natsuki, but I secretly like you, Yuri.
I silently nod, waiting for him to start reading.
See, if you were to be playing a mod that's gonna be about Yuri, why are you making it to where he likes Natsuki? Make it to where he likes Yuri. Make it to where he seems like. But yet again, though, I don't think they would have had that little conversation with Natsuki after the fight. So. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just saying weird things. Okay. Anyway.
He gently takes the poem from my hands. His movements are so graceful. He starts reading. Once again, he's taking his time. Jake's not saying anything. Am I supposed to talk now? What if I bother him while he's reading? I know how frustrating it is to be bothered. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I guess it's the best I could come up with.
I can see that. It's a little more metaphorical.
I can't help but smile to myself. He looks like he did understand the point of my poem. Only 2 days in and he's already started to understand poems a little more. Impressive. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them.
Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what this is supposed to mean.
Now I'm not too sure. Does he understand it or not? You're not supposed to ignore the face value of the poem. It's part of it too. Writing is a combination of abstract and concrete concepts. However, he seemingly hasn't understood the real meaning of the poem. What a relief. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way I feel. It feels for me to indulge in my more usual hobbies. It's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. My voice is barely audible by the end of my sentence. I look down. I may have said a tad too much. Jake was staring at me with such a look. I just got lost in my train of thoughts again. I slowly look up at him and to see him grinning at me.
Huh, that's funny.
That wasn't the reaction I was expecting. Not that it bothers me, but I don't find this amusing.
Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest?
She did?
Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody.
She's right. Natsuki? Of all people, I wouldn't have expected her to think this way. She may be my best friend, but I know her well. That she despised my kind of hobby. I mean, does she really feel that way?
Yeah, sounds like you two have that in common.
That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. I spoke in my mind. He's around. I'm having a hard time separating my words from my thoughts.
Don't worry, I have no reason to.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. He nods and gives me my poem back. He turns around and goes towards Sayori, who's now smiling at him. In a few seconds, Monika's already next to me, ready to share her poem. Ready to give me your opinion? Oh, sure. You look really excited about this, Monika.
I know. You'll give me honest feedback. I really like it when you tell me what you think.
Oh, is that so? I'll gladly read it then. Monika smiles and hands me her poem. I grab it and I read it, making sure not to wrinkle Monika's beautiful sheet of paper.
Okay, I'm not going to be reading the poems because they're going to be a waste of time, but also, like, the poems give me a chance to stop. If you know what I mean. Oh boy. I'm gonna correct my neck, not like Natsuki though. This is the perfect time to check on my stream. Everything seems to be going well. I want to say everything is going well. Oh boy. Oh god. I've already about lost it. Ooh. Jesus, I have already about lost it. Ooh. I hate it when it does that. Why do you automatically do that, game?
Wow. I just stand there looking at her poem for a solid minute. Even more impressive than the one I read yesterday. The words mix to create a perfect rhythm, and even though the meaning of the poem is indeed a little blurry, I can feel something. This poem makes me feel something. Doesn't happen often, but this is truly incredible. I look at Monica and I flash her a big smile. You're awfully good, Monica. I really can't find any flaws in your poem. Ooh. I think I like it more than mine, to be honest.
No, I don't think that's any better. Having read yours, I can guarantee you mine has nothing next to it. However, it's really flattering to hear you complimenting my poem. What did you particularly like about it?
I pondered for a few seconds trying to put my thoughts into words. There are many striking elements that can be considered as good, but there were two specific factors that made me like it. First, the metaphors used at the end. I really enjoyed them. They're easy to picture, yet they convey so much more than their apparent simplicity. Second, the rhythm. Just like the one you wrote yesterday, I was into it. It's like the words followed each other perfectly, if that makes any sense. It's good, really good.
Do you seriously believe that?
Of course. I wouldn't lie about these things.
I didn't expect it to be that good, quite honestly. So thank you.
It's no big deal. Thank you for showing it to me. I had heard the poem. Just as I do so, Natsuki comes next to us, the poem in hand.
Hey now, certain poems without me? Not cool.
The three of us laugh. Of course we wouldn't forget about you. Show us your poem then. She apparently raises it in the air and then she hands it to me. Monica looks over my shoulder trying to read it at the same time.
You know what I heard about Amy? That she's a bitch.
Her poem is considerably longer than the one she wrote yesterday. And it's much more complex. It's hard to describe. Some kind of mix between her usual simplicity and a strong message. Chick didn't lie. This poem is also about having a weird hobby. Monica doesn't say a word. It looks like she liked the poem as well. Well, Natsuki, how could I say this?
Oh no, if you're gonna criticize me again.
I'm kidding. I really like it. Actually, Chick told me my poem was very similar to yours. She winces as I say his name. It's much longer than yesterday's, right?
Yep. See, I can use more words than you think. Ow, my wrist is really hurt all day. I don't know why. My hand just stopped working all of a sudden. So it's like I can barely move it anymore. I can move it, but I can't move it really fast, or else it's gonna start hurting.
Indeed, doesn't it share some elements with Jake's poem a little?
Natsuki flinches once more. I'm pretty sure Monica is testing Natsuki a little. I don't know if I should consider this funny or mean.
No! He copied my style. It's not cool. But let's not talk about this, alright?
Come on, you know I'm just teasing you.
Anyway, why don't you send me your poem, Yuri? Since apparently ours are similar, let's see how you portray this subject.
I hand her the poem and she takes it, almost ripping it. She's nervous, I can feel it. She reads my poem for a few times.
How?
Pardon?
How could you write about the same subject as me? What are the odds?
Oh, that... I guess we're connected in some way. And about the poem itself, how was it?
Well, it feels a little unlike you.
Unlike me? Don't tell me she's actually understood the meaning of it. Monica couldn't even understand. What do you mean exactly?
Well,
Monica looks startled, but I don't think she was listening to us.
Yes, what is it, Natsuki?
Needs your help. Something in this poem doesn't feel quite like Yuri, but I can't put my finger on it.
When we talked about it, I couldn't find the correct meaning. It mostly made me think of very dark things, honestly. Maybe this is what's bothering you. Yuri doesn't write about dark things usually.
They're getting dangerously close to the main point of the poem. How am I supposed to justify myself? I don't know. I must have read a little too much before writing it. But what's important is that you enjoyed it, right?
Of course. not my writing style, but it's well executed. Good job.
Natsuki nods at me and Monica looks in Jake's direction. Looks like these two are done sharing their poems. Sharing time's over then. Without a word, she stands up.
Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room.
We all gathered in front of the room, staring at Monica. Jake looks a little confused. Actually, it's pretty common of Monica to ask us to get together to talk about something.
Is this about the festival?
Well, sort of. Before I get to speak my mind, Natsuki does it for me.
Ugh. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put anything together in just anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members.
That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last minute preparations. My pleading voice isn't enough to change Monica's decision though. Determination doesn't change.
Oh my god, it's so hard to do this. Oh. Ow, I got great. Not even the best, even a better time for it. Oh my god, for freaking cramps under my stomach. That's good.
Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Theory has been working up posters and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event.
Natsuki and I look at each other. What a relief. If it's only decorations, it can go only well, right?
Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event.
Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing.
It's like my heart just stopped beating. Performing? Is this some kind of joke? No, her look stays otherwise. There's no way I'm going to perform.
Performing?
Monica, without even listening to her concerns, she takes a proud posture and breathes it in before talking.
Yeah. I'm not Natsuki. See, I can be Natsuki if I want to. I'm the game, so I can be Natsuki all I want.
Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. So you're always putting in on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time.
Theory, who's been silent since the start of the debate, shows us the poster she's been working on. I didn't know she was such a good artist. Her lines are delicate and the coloring is well done. I smile at her, but Natsuki doesn't seem to care. It looks like she's about to shout at Monica.
Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't always start putting those posters up, did you?
Well, I did. Do you really think it's a bad idea?
Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that.
I surely raise my hand. I don't want to go against Monica's will, but this is just too much for me to handle. I agree with Natsuki. I could never, in my life, do something like that. Just imagine being in front of a crowd. I can't. Definitely not. I shake my head in fear.
Guys!
Sari looks like she wants to say something, but Monica holds her hand up, signing her to say no more.
No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri had never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people.
Am I just playing the entire game over? I just realized that I'm just reading all the same lines. I'll do it anyway. Besides, there's save for rain clouds, behind closed doors, and fake reality when I play them. I think I'll do those later on. I want to do fake reality next because it's about Monica, and I kind of want to do I want to see what Monica's perspective of the whole thing was. But there are also a couple other mods that I want to play as well that I will definitely be playing. some of them are comedy. I want to play some comedy mods because I want to take laughs. This isn't really comedy mod, but this is a really good mod, and I think this is really cool. So I really am really digging this.
It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So, I'm sorry.
I feel guilty seeing Monica so sad after we rejected her idea. I really want to do it for her, but I just can't. I know my limits. Monica doesn't look ready to give up just yet.
But I still think I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun!
I can't believe what I'm hearing. Is Sayori really saying that? I mean, I shouldn't judge people before learning more about them, but she's always so silent. I would have expected her to be so poetic. What she's saying makes sense, wondering through our own feelings as I described it. Actually, I should turn my phone notifications back on, because I don't know. I'm actually kind of scared if someone texted me. 70 degrees tomorrow. Yay. Finally get some yard work and stuff done tomorrow, and I can't do some recording. I'll try to do some in the morning, but
That's right. And if those reasons that we're all in this club today, don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if it's all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I think you can do it.
Natsuki remained silent, probably thinking about the pros and cons of such a performance. I wish I could say something, but Monica's words resonate in my head. She's totally right. Our goal is to get more members and to share passions for literature. Sayori doesn't look too bothered. She's anxiously watching us, waiting for our answers. God, Monica, how could you be so convincing? I guess this is a skill she developed while participating in the debate team. Suddenly, Jake, who's been listening from afar, jumps into the conversation.
I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but
Monika's arguments worked on Natsuki. That's what to be expected. She never misses on an occasion to share her passions. And considering how well Monica phrased them, there's no way she would have agreed.
Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with.
Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri?
Everybody's looking at me expectantly. What am I supposed to do? Even Jakes wants me to do it. If he does, then I guess I'll do it. I guess I don't really have a choice.
That's everyone! You're the best, Yuri!
This club is seriously gonna be the death of me.
Oh gosh! You'll be fine, Yuri!
Monica has an exaggerated look on her face. Is it really that hard to understand how painful it is to be in front of a crowd? It's just not me. I'm not able to do it. I was born this way.
But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're gonna practice reciting them in front of each other.
Monica needs to stop with her sudden ideas. I almost fall out of my chair. She wants us to practice now?
No way!
Monica, this is too sudden.
Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of the strangers?
Oh no. Monica doesn't even show an ounce of compassion. I suspect that she wants to push us against our limits in order to improve. It's an honorable motive, but it's just not the right time. Not while Jake is here. What if I end up making a fool of myself while reading?
Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. And I go next.
Zeri has her hand raised and she looks all fired up. Wish I could be willing as willing as she.
Work, voice, stay on top of it. I have a drink. I have to go out into this room over here to go grab a drink.
Now let's see.
She flips through her notebook, glancing over at all the poems she's written. It's like she wrote a lot before we even started sharing them. I should try bringing the ones I have at home at some point. She reads one and nods. A few seconds later, she's behind the podium, ready to recite her poem.
The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem.
Before she says the first word, I can already feel the power of her poem. Just like Jake, she has that special aura, whatever you pronounce it. It's hard to define. She starts reciting. Her voice is clear and stable. The rhythm of her poem is extremely regular and consistent. Just like the poems she showed me, it seems like she has her own particular writing style, but it's not only a writing style.
Also, what Yuri said about reciting, like you know, going on a stage or in front of people reciting things, it's embarrassing. I get shy and I can't do things right. My teachers have always told me every time we do presentations to just get it over with, but when I'm done, I'm always blushing, face red, and I put my head down first. I always put my face first down on the desk. Face first on the desk every time I go back to my seat after that, and I don't raise my head until everybody else's presentations are over with. It's a disaster. It's a nightmare to do that because I've been embarrassed. I even did a video project with my friend, and all I did was sat my head face down without speaking. I had my head down for the rest of the class. It was a video presentation we had to do it was a video presentation on something in our ICT class. If you guys know what ICT means, I'm not going to explain it right now, but I have a class where I had a class before semester 1 was over and all that crap, but we had to recite. We had to share. We had to make a video project on the risks of bullying, or not the risks of bullying, but the risks of internet safety. And we had to make something. We had to make an ad about it. And I don't even know if you guys can see this at the moment. No, you can't. You can't see my ads. Hooray! You guys can't see my ads. I don't know if I should be using but I don't know if I'll be using my OBS studio to be recording these videos because I can't get the black frames out of here because the black frames are the size, so it doesn't get the entire game doesn't have a full screen, and I always crop those out of the frames, so it's weird to see it this way. But I'm sorry for you guys have to see this right now, but I don't have an option here. I've been talking way too much, but also this gives me a clearing on doing Yuri's voice and stuff like that. But yet again, though, sharing in front of even if it's a small group of people, it's still even more embarrassing. And if it's for my friends, it's not really as embarrassing. But if it's in front of a class of 20 people, then I lose my mind. I will legit pass out. I don't know, it's weird, and I can't really stop thinking about it. I can't really stop thinking about it. It's too much for me to handle and all that stuff every time I try to present projects to people. It's crazy. I know you guys are probably home saying oh, he can do it. He's just being a big bitch. Well, you're right about that, but like, I still can't. I don't know why I just go to talk to you guys. I should be like leaning forward and still continuing to talking, but it's still crazy. It's still crazy and all that crap, and I really don't like it. I really don't. So, I don't know. It's not really that bad, though, honestly. I think it's not really that bad, so... yeah, you guys can't see anything I'm doing. Because I need to get back to playing. I need to be back to playing this one. I just need to clear my voice, but I'm also gonna probably keep this going for like another, like, 10 minutes. Yeah, another 10 minutes. Another 10 minutes. Another 10 minutes will do.
It seems like she has her own particular writing style, but it doesn't. It's not only her writing style. It's as if her poems were meant to be recited. I can't tell if she takes time to recite each and every one of her poems, but one thing's for sure. She's really talented. I should try getting some inspiration from her poems. Before I know it, the recitation is already over, but everyone's focused on her. We all applaud as Monica catches her breath and smiles at us. She looks really proud of herself. As I see her enjoying her time up there, why can't that not be me? It's only performing in front of my friends, alright? It's not going to be such a big deal if I fail.
That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori?
Before Sayori even gets from her chair, I'm standing up with my hand raised. I'll go next.
Wow. Harry's fired up all of a sudden.
I got my phone from my notebook plunged in both my hands. Hope Sayori's not too upset. I know she wanted to go next, but I feel like I can do it. I know I can. I look down, walking over to the podium. This poem is called All the Looks Are Focused on Me. I wasn't expecting this to be this distressful.
You can do it, Yuri.
I faintly smile at Sayori. I can do it. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. I clutch my poem even harder. I take a few seconds to catch my breath and I start reading the poem. I keep butchering my sentences. However...
Ooh. What's with the background, Yuri? Are you in paradise now? Like you're in you're not in the classroom anymore, Yuri. I can faintly see it's an anime. Oh my god! Doki Literature Club is an anime the whole time. I don't think you guys can even see her. She's here.
It's not such a bad feeling.
Oh, the classroom starts to fade away.
It actually feels pretty good. The classroom fades away. It's like nobody's here anymore.
Oh, this is so cool how they did this.
The words flow out of me. I can't really control it anymore. I'm already reaching the end.
I am going to screenshot this bad boy. Screenshot this bad boy. There we go. I don't care if the text box is here. I'm just going to keep it here anyway because the background looks incredible. Like, super amazing. Maybe for another thumbnail. Like, I already have one set up, but, you know, I don't care about it. Honestly, I need to change that one.
Who would have known it'd be so much? It'd be such an interesting experience. Everything feels calm. Too bad. It's already the end. I trick my head to look at everyone alternatively.
Thank God I took a screenshot of that.
Wait. Where? Oh right. I was just reading my poem. Nobody's clapping though. They're all standing there staring at me. Jake is the first one to start applauding. Everyone else follows. However, they all look at me. They look more or less confused. Was my performance that awkward? I don't even remember reading my poem, to be honest. I caught the poem once again and I hurry back to my seat. I'm pretty sure I'm blushing.
Yuri, that was really cool. Thank you for sharing.
I seem to have exhausted all the words that I could muster.
Hold on just a second. I don't know if streaming for 2 hours is a good idea or not. How many of you guys are watching? But I don't want this to take on too long. I don't want this series to go on forever. I don't want this series to be too long, like all the other ones were. Like, oh, Brand New Day was 9 days. It was 9 episodes, 9 parts. Plus, I have 7 parts from the original game. Like, I don't want these to be too long. I really don't want these to be too long. Because if I make these too long, it's gonna be super bad. So,
yeah, I don't really feel so good. This was embarrassing, but Jake applauded. He was the first, so for some reason that makes me genuinely happy.
I guess I'm next then.
She happily stands up and goes towards the podium. She's grinning at us. There's no way she's not feeling stressed right now.
This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled.
It's obvious she's starting to get nervous. She most likely felt the same as I did, so she wanted to try it out. But imagining it and doing it are two very different things.
Sayori, it's a lot harder than I thought. How did you do it? How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best way that way. I see. Okay then.
After taking a deep breath, Sayori starts reciting her poem. Her voice is all soft. She's clearly nervous, however, the result isn't mesmerizing. I feel like maybe she could make it sound more powerful, but if this is a first for her, it's really good. After a few sentences, it looks like she isn't paying attention to us anymore. She's enjoying the experience. I can see a faint smile on her face, and as she reads through a tricky part of the poem. Did she really write it herself? I can't know, since Monica doesn't want us to make Sayori feel uneasy. As soon as she finishes, we all applaud. She sighs and grins at us.
I did it!
Jake is the first to congratulate her. Of course, he's her best friend after all.
good job, Sayori. Oh, it's like that meme. It's like it's like that meme. It's like. Oh crap! I forgot the meme. Like, I forgot the words for it. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I forgot the words. Oh, that was great. When is your violin concert? There we go.
Even Jake liked it. I guess that's a good sign.
What does that even mean?
Jake really is oblivious to compliments. Before Sayori tries explaining what she meant, Monica claps alone.
It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery.
I think Monica spotted the same flaw as I did. Sayori's delivery sure was interesting, but I don't feel like it'd be the right one for the festival.
I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more focus behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. The next time, I'm gonna make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know?
Isn't Monica a little too hard on Sayori? She was clearly doing her best. Well, she's the club president after all. What she's doing is probably right.
Okay.
Sayori lazily walks back to her seat.
Now, who's next? Natsuki?
Don't make me go before Jake. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it.
That was mean. Is she trying to make us believe that she has no specific feelings toward Jake? No, I have trouble believing this.
Natsuki!
It's fine. It's fine. Might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read, so I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. Why do I choose to do these mods? Why did I choose to do this one? And why did I choose to read Yuri's voice? Now I'm stuck at doing it because now people are going to be like, why did you change your voice so much? Honestly, I think the voice acting is probably the thing I want to try to get used to because I kind of like the voice acting. I gotta stop getting away from the mic! I gotta stop getting farther away from the camera!
Jake is being incredibly tolerant with Natsuki. Well, I guess that's normal considering he takes place in front of the podium. He looks calm, but almost confident. If he's feeling awkward, he sure is doing a good job at hiding it. He starts reading his poem. His voice is shaky, but he pronounces every syllable distinctly with a certain style. I can see his eyes moving as he reads the poem. The light reflects in his pupils. His face is also incredibly delicate. Before I know it, his poem is already over. I haven't listened to the end. I need to stop focusing on other things. I shake my head.
Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else.
Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about the lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that will improve over time, though.
Stop, eyes. Jesus Christ, what am I doing? What am I doing with my life? What am I doing with my life? What am I doing with my life? I don't know. What am I doing with my life? I'm doing some stuff. I'm playing Doki Doki Literature Club. Yeah, maybe.
He looks disappointed in himself. It makes my heart sink to see him like that. I wish I could compliment him on what was actually good in his performance, but I just can't bring myself to talk. I pushed myself too hard.
Alright then, that just leaves you, Natsuki.
Yeah, I'm going.
On her way to the podium, she keeps mumbling to herself, probably saying things about Monica and her pushy attitude. She glances at Jake and immediately looks down at her poem.
The poem is called, why are you all looking at me?
Because you're presenting!
Making it seem like she like the shit all the back of the classroom. Anyway, the poem is called Jump.
She takes a deep breath and starts reading it. She progressively relaxes as she reads through it. Even though she sounds a little tense, she's got the same rhythm as Monica. Reading her poems and hearing them are completely different experiences. They sound much more complex in reciting this way. I wonder how the one she wrote yesterday would have sounded. She finishes her poem and the audience applauds, just like they did for everyone else. She hurries back to her seat, her poem still in hand.
That wasn't so bad, was it?
Easy for you to say. Better not make me do that again.
Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people?
I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing.
At least she feels at ease with one of those. I'm pretty sure it'd be even worse in front of a crowd for me. I sure about the thought of all those stares.
That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it'd be the other way around for me.
Well, that's just how it is, so...
Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem to get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting.
Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead.
Well, hello, Luna. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all the effort for the club. It makes me really happy.
Yeah, no problem.
We all stay in our seats for a few minutes looking awkwardly at each other. Suddenly, Monica stands up.
Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait.
I reassuringly smile at Monica. I can do this. I can do this.
Alright. Well said, me.
Monica sits down in her chair. I find myself starting at I think I'm supposed to say staring at Jake once again. It looks like he's even thought. I think this little recitation had an impact on him, but I can't tell whether it's positive or negative. After a while, he snaps back to reality.
He snaps back into reality. Oh yeah, Thanos.
And he stands up.
Ready to go, Sayori?
Yep.
Look at you two, always going home together like that.
I sense a bit of bitterness in Natsuki's voice. I think Natsuki could use Monica's jealousy talk.
It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Eehee.
Jeez, guys, don't make it such a big deal out of it. I just want to go home with my best friend, who is obviously my best friend and nothing but my best friend, who she obviously has depression, but I don't know because I'm an oblivious idiot who doesn't know nothing about what girls feel about me and how they express what they feel about me, because the looks are obviously obvious and the way they do everything is super obvious by the way they make things seem. But I'm really stupid and I'm out of character right now, so I'm just gonna continue being in my character and going with the flow. Anyway, just don't make a big deal of it.
It must be a little nice though. Judging by Jake's expression, what I said must have been a little bit embarrassing for him. I look down, avoiding his gaze. I mean, walking home with him must be enjoyable.
Well,
it's okay, Jake. You don't have to say it.
Whatever, let's just go already.
With that, the two of them exit the room as usual. Monica, Natsuki, and myself. It's funny how familiar the scene gets over time.
Are you alright, Yuri? You've been fairly silent ever since you performed.
Well, I guess I am, yes.
I may have pushed you a little too far. I'm sorry if that was the case, but you understand, right? It was already a miracle for us to get a new member. So if this event can help us, we have to seize the opportunity.
I understand. Don't worry. It's just that, well, my performance.
What about it?
It looks like most of you were a bit confused. Was it really bad?
Yuri, of course not. We were just a little shaken, you know. I mean, have you ever heard yourself when you perform?
No, not really.
That's why. Trust me, it was breathtaking. Halfway through the presentation, you started feeling noticeably at ease. It's like you were another person.
Really?
Yep, really, it was incredible. Don't worry yourself over this.
If you say so. I sigh with relief. So that's why. Monica looks behind her to check what Natsuki's doing. She raises her voice a little.
Yuri, would you mind helping me with a little something?
Oh, sure, why not? Just what is she up to?
We'll be right back, Natsuki.
Natsuki keeps searching for something in the closet, ignoring Monica.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and leave. I'm gonna excuse myself because I need to go and get a drink. It's been over an hour, so I'm gonna go ahead because I don't want to keep this going for more than an hour. I don't want to keep this going for 2 hours. So. I don't know. Okay, so I know what I'm going to do. I'm gonna go ahead and hide the game. And then I'm also going to, I don't know what that's going to do at all, but, hey, it's going to do something. Just let's see what it does. Okay. It does shut down the game, so, I'm also going to hide the video. Sorry, guys. And I'm also going to, cut all sound. So, see you guys in a bit.
because you're a cat and you don't get nervous. Oh, you don't get nervous because you don't do this stuff. You call on my forehead, did you know that? Did you know that? You're so cute. Okay, I'm gonna get back to screaming now. Let's go on here. Go on here. Relax, Tina. Just relax. Okay, I'll be screaming. Okay? Okay.
I don't know if that scared you guys or not, but sorry. Hey, I'm back. I'm back, guys. I'm back now. Isn't that exciting? I don't know if that scared you guys or not. Sorry. Hey, I'm back. I'm back, guys. I'm back now. Isn't that exciting? Wait, why is my... I don't know if that scared you guys or not, but we have to... Okay, hold on. My voice is very, very, is it really that bad, guys? Oh no. Is it really that bad? Oh no. I'm sorry if it's that bad. Oh. I'm pretty sure you guys heard everything now. How well does it work? Can you guys hear me well? Okay, alright, it works. Oh god, I'm wasting so much time. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm sorry it sounds so weird. I didn't know it was so weird sounding. You guys are gonna have to get... I can't restart the whole thing now. You guys are gonna have to kind of get used to this. You guys gotta get used to the sounding of 4 mics being put in at once, because OBS Studio has like 4 freaking microphone auxes to set up. And all 4 of them turned on. Oh my god, I am so so sorry. I did not realize that it sounded weird. I did not know it was supposed to sound weird. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. This wasn't supposed to sound weird. This wasn't supposed to sound weird. I'm so sorry, guys. You guys are gonna have to get used to that for like the first hour. Oh no. I didn't realize how weird it sounded. And you guys also heard everything with my cat. Don't tell anybody.
I mean, now, what are you doing?
I thought it was completely it, but I forgot there was more scrolling into that. Had to open the soda. I have a cherry Pepsi. I like Coca-Cola so much better than Pepsi, but I like cherry Pepsi a lot better than cherry Coke, to be honest with you. I think cherry Pepsi has like that different taste. Ooh. I just had one for dinner, but then I also I grabbed an extra one. I usually grab one. I usually try to take a soda like 2, maybe 3 times a day, just because like they're good and stuff like that. I usually drink it for like lunch and dinner, and then one toward the end of the day, maybe one toward at night, so that way I can get like my throat all freshened up. Oh no, that sounds so weird now.
We both exit the room. As Monica closes the door, she signs me to go up to the stairs. What is she trying to do? What's the matter, Monica? What do you need help with?
I don't really need help. I just felt like talking for a bit.
I think I know where this is going, so that's why she wanted to exit the door to talk. Alright then. We both go up the stairs to the rooftop.
Oh, the rooftop.
There's a cool breeze on the roof. I haven't been up here in ages. Monica closes the doors and rests against one of the fences.
So, I think we can both agree that Natsuki's different today, right?
I think it's safe to assume that, yes.
Any ideas of what could have caused it?
Well, as I said, it could be because of me and how I've invited her to my home yesterday. Or it could be about Jake. I've never seen her act this way before. It's quite troubling.
Well, I just wanted to ask you to try to understand. I'm not saying you should pester her to tell you what's wrong. And I certainly don't want to get you to get information from me. But as the club president, it's my duty to make sure that every member is at ease. Was she already nervous when you saw her today?
Indeed. She was, well, a little distant. I don't know if I should bring up the talk we've had a while, and she was in the bathroom. Maybe a little personal, but Monica obviously wants Sasuke to feel better.
Oh no! Oh no! This would be a perfect time to end it. This would be a perfect time to end it. Dude, I feel like I should end it here because this is such a good cliffhanger. Dude, this is such a good cliffhanger. And also how messed up my mic and stuff was. Jesus, streaming is hard. But oh well. I'm just gonna end it here. I'm actually gonna end it here. I'm gonna leave it on a cliffhanger. Alright guys, into the stream. So I want to talk about this a little bit. I know, as I said, I wanted to make this 2 hours long, like my other ones were, but I'm not going to be recording these anymore. I don't think I'm going to be recording these anymore. I think these are going to be all streamed from now on. Not all the Doki mods I do, but like all the long ones, you know. And I could take a break from New Eyes because I'm allowed to like, you know, like uninstall and reinstall stuff and like start new mods and stuff if I want to, and finish New Eyes later. But right now it's just kind of interesting. I really like. Oh god, I'm farther away from it. So I don't know if you guys heard anything I said, but barely heard anything I said, but I was saying how interesting this was going to be. If it would be really interesting about. I was saying like I could always like uninstall the game and reset the game files, and then launch up Doki Doki Literature Club again, and like make new stuff. You know. All that kind of stuff. So like make new stuff and put in a new mod and play that for now. And I would do that, but I don't want to because because I want to I'm not even looking at you guys. Sorry. Because I want to what I want to do is continue this mod because it's super cool and I really want to know what's about it. I'm curious about the second act of the game. And if some of the dialogue is the same, I'm going to try to skip over it just a little bit. I don't really want to read all of it all over again. But I felt like this is a good place to stop because it's here. It's all here and stuff. And like, because like you guys can't even see my mouse at the moment. Because like you guys can't see my mouse, which is weird, but oh well. You guys can't see my mouse cursor, so you guys can't see where I'm clicking. But it's fine though, and I really do enjoy this, and I think this has been a pleasant experience for me, and hopefully you guys too, because like I'm really liking the series so far, and I really want to continue New Eyes, and like I want to continue doing this in the live stream, but I didn't have enough time tonight to do it. I wanted to do it a little bit earlier ago. Stream in the morning on this, or yet again, this is such a good cliffhanger to leave it off of, and I really like this. I really like this. This is so cool. Ooh. And this is like an hour and a half of stuff, and yet again, I've recorded for like hours upon stuff, and it hasn't even come close to that because I've been reading the same dialogue from the first game. A lot of the dialogue from the first game, and not just reading the thoughts, so. I don't know if I want to spend too much more time on it. Like, I want to do more. I do want to do more episodes on it, but I feel like that I shouldn't. I feel like that I should just leave it all be, leave it all alone, and just like only read like what I can to myself. Because I don't really want, but this is a pleasant experience, and I don't know if I'll do this for this series. I think I might just continue like reading everything until because in Fake Reality I think I might just end up do all the normal stuff I do in Fake Reality, and that would be to just probably just like read over certain lines, or even that, just read the thoughts. And like doing them in the voices is annoying as it is, but I think doing the voices is proper for them. And honestly, reading the thoughts is the only thing I should do. And then I think for next episode on this, I think what I should do is that I should just like put it in like as you know, like New Eyes is such a really good It's a really cool game, and I really like it so far. So, but what I think needs to be added, and what needs to be done is that I need to like make sure that because I need to make sure that I'm not wasting too much time on this either. This is only part 3, and I know this is early in the thing, but I don't want this series to go on longer than it does. Oh, you guys can see my cat. There now. Oh, she jumped from the window. But yeah, I'm looking at the OBS studio. You guys can't see it, but I can. But I feel like this is important to me, and I feel like this should be the best way that I should do it. Unless you guys can see that. No, you guys can't. No, yes, you guys can't. So you guys, I checked that earlier. Ha ha ha. But I'll try to stream tomorrow morning, maybe around from like 8 to 10, and maybe do like a 2-hour stream or something like that on part 4 of New Eyes, and just like non-stop, just do it. I think what I want to try to do is make sure that I don't over record, and always make sure that I'm like saving time for these, because I don't want these to go too long. And if I make these go too long, then it's going to be boring for you guys. I've already made 2 episodes that were basically I've already made 2 parts on this that were 2 hours long. This one being an hour and a half, and yet again, I don't want to try to bore you guys. So what I want to try to do is make like part 4. I want to see if I can try making at least 5 to 6 parts of this series. It's still a long series, but just bear with me on this one, guys. You guys are gonna need to really do this. You guys are gonna really need to be with me on this one. So. What I want to try to do, as I said, is make sure that I, make sure that I save time for you guys and not for myself. I would really like to enjoy this myself, read it myself, and enjoy this in all the ways I can, but I can't seem to do that at the moment. Whew. But I do want this to be a pleasant experience, so maybe next episode I will try doing a 2-hour stream, and instead what I will do 2-3 hour stream, maybe, depending, but I'll be doing this on New Eyes for part 4. I need to come up with a better title for this stream, so actually let me do that real quickly now. Yeah, I wasted too much time on this already, but we're gonna name it, what are we gonna call it? What are we gonna name this? Because we learned the poems and we yeah, we'll call it Yuri's Paradise. Yuri's, yeah, we'll call it Yuri's Paradise. There we go. Yuri's Paradise. And we're also going to change the thumbnail to... where is it? It should be under my captures. I still have a... And... bada bing, bada bam, right there. Save it, and it should be saved. The title should be different now, and so should everything else. I am wasting so much more time on this than I should be because, you know, reasons, but we're gonna go to my channel on my phone because I need to check this. Ooh. Okay, it shouldn't say this. The thumbnail should be different, but it's apparently not. I don't know why it's not. It should be different, but it is. I'm wasting so much more time on this than I should be because I want to talk more about this to you guys. I want to change things to the series, but it's going to be a little bit harder to do that, especially because of, you know, because I am like that. I'm a more difficult person, and well, you guys don't know this about me. I'm a difficult person sometimes, and sometimes I'm slow. I'm not a slow reader. I like to read really fast, but sometimes I'm slow with doing stuff like this, and it messes with my brain, and I don't really like it. And then like that's when I start thinking too much, and then I forget sometimes, and then I freak out because of anxiety and stuff like that. So, what I always want to do is that I always want to make sure that you guys are having a pleasant experience. So I'm going to try to keep it down and try not to read the same lines over and over again. I think I might just read Yuri's thoughts. But I would really like Sayori's lines, but I think not Sayori's lines, I think I'll read lines that are not read, such as the thoughts and the stuff that happens after the club, is what I'll read. I think I'll stop reading all the same stuff from the actual game itself and all that crap, so I'll read, like, everything that happens during the club that is in Yuri's thoughts, or whatever, just to be sure, so, keep that in mind, guys. That in mind. So I'm gonna end the stream here. Thank you guys for watching. You guys already know that I want that you guys should subscribe and all that stuff. So make sure you guys keep that in touch. So thank you guys so much for watching this video.